Okay, welcome everybody to another Motor League. Going to be running back the same Rhinos list as last time with some, so with the Bonecrusher Giants. Went pretty well last time, so yeah, just thought I'd run it back, see how we get on. So yeah, let's get straight into some Rhinos. This hand isn't great. I'm going to mulligan this so we can do a lot better. Like this, yep. So we'll keep this one. Just bottom the Crashing Footfalls, I think. Okay, we're against a fellow Leyline deck. Just play out the tap land. Depending on what the opponent does on turn one, if they... actually, this Leyline makes it a little bit awkward. Just because I'm assuming the opponent will fetch here if they like to surveil. If they don't, we can't ice, but can ice now. Just gonna go and get Temple Garden, I think. Really don't want them playing ice. Really don't want them playing Scion yet. Okay, we draw Crashing Footfalls, not great, but it's going to jam Shardless Agent here. Okay, we find a Scion. There's no world in which we're not just jamming. Could just get basic. Is that really bad? I suppose this Lorien Revealed can get basic island if we want. Yeah, let's get basic. I'm thinking zoo. We've delayed the Scion, but if they do have it, we are in quite a lot of trouble. We don't have many ways in the main deck to interact with this Leyline, I don't think. Please don't be Scion. Oh, it is Scion. Okay, that's not good. And a poor patch as well. Okay. Well, we find a Leyline, which isn't actually too bad. So if we just island cycle for island, can we then play it? So island, plains, green, red. Yes. So let's just go island cycle here. Play the island. We could just play Scion now, actually, because we're going to want to play this next turn. Or do we just cascade? Play this. Next turn, play this. Or is it... I think I actually want to cast this. So I should have got a tap land. Trouble is if they have binding, but I guess that doesn't really help us anyway. Oh yeah, we have binding that can deal with this potentially. I think that's fine. It's got 5 cards in hand. If they... Oh, yeah, Tribal Flames. Oh, maybe I was meant to Leyline and then Scion because of that, probably. See what we draw. Yeah, I was meant to do that. That was poor. Okay, we find Bonecrusher. If we attack, they just gain more life. Yeah, I should have I should have just jammed Shardless Agent, then Leyline. I guess, do we just jam Leyline now? Hope to draw... Hope to draw Scion, probably. Yeah, just wrong ordering there. But like, we're in a bad spot in which we can't attack or block, which is obviously a indictment of how good Leyline Scion is. We do have Binding to draw towards as well. Yeah, a bit of a miss. I think I was thinking about Binding more than Flames. Okay, they have another Scion. So we are just dead. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Leyline Scion getting the job done for our opponent there. Okay, what do we want to change? I think we want Wear Tear. That's probably it though. What's bad? Everything's fine. Like Bonecrusher isn't actually that good. We could consider Inevitable Betrayal. I think we were chatting about this in the comments of the last video. So like we Inevitable Betrayal them, get our own Scion, but is that going to be better than making Rhinos? I'm not convinced it is. So I think we'll just... yeah. Maybe we could go 2 and 2. Could just side out the last Bonecrusher for a Inevitable Betrayal. Let's try it. I can see it. I can see it being okay. Like if we get Carvu, that's fine. Don't think we want Dispute or the Sweepers. But yeah, do want the Wear Tear. Right, yeah, like to play first. I mean, yeah, we're not mulliganing it. Gonna dump 2 Leylines out. Flooded Strand pass. Then we get to hopefully, yeah, do our Leyline Scion thing. Having 2 as well is big because of opposing Leyline Bindings. Opponent could have something like Consigned to Memory, I suppose. Don't want that one. Another land's not great. Okay, so we have the Scion. Protected by 2 Leylines. We'd love to draw a Cascader, another Scion, any kind of threat, I guess. They could have, well, that doesn't let them cast Carvu. Damping Sphere. Okay, we're fine with that. I should have surveilled there. Okay, we do draw Ardent Plea. Yeah, should have just surveilled because there's nothing we could have cast that would make us want to hold that up. Let's go Temple Garden. Okay, opponent plays a Flooded Strand. Okay, let's see what they want to play. They are at 11, potentially going down to 9 here. Looks like they are. Could be a Carvu. Nope. They could have double binding, I suppose, but they can't use double binding with this Damping Sphere. Okay, they have their own Scion, which is fine, because we're going to make ours bigger than theirs anyway, and ours has first strike, obviously. Let's go and get another Surveil land. Yeah, I think we're happy with that. Obviously need to play our land first. White, blue. See if we hit our one of. We don't hit our one of Inevitable Betrayal, but we make some Rhinos. Go to combat. Attack with a 5/5 Scion. We get to do the same thing again next turn. Okay, opponent plays another land. I guess I could have a load more Scions or something. They could play the Leyline. Or they could go double binding our Leylines. Okay, there's Tear, so they do remove one of our Leylines. So they could now have Binding, which would deal with our Scion. Okay, so yeah, pretty busted there. I think that's fine. We'll just resubmit. Right, this is a bit of a weird one. I think it's fine. Like, we can go and get. We run Grixis Triome, although we can't actually Scion on turn 2. We can Shardless on turn 3, but we don't have the Leyline. Obviously the Crashing Footfalls is not great. I think we can possibly do better. I don't think we can mulligan this. Like, maybe we're meant to mulligan to Scion, Leyline Scion. Opponent's mulliganing quite hard. But mulliganing to Leyline Scion, you know, if you do that and then you get blown out by a Leyline Binding or something, I think just keeping a functional hand, and if you don't find it, like, fortunately it looks like the opponent hasn't found it here. Okay, draw. See what we draw. Okay, we draw another land, which makes me want to suspend these Footfalls. Gonna get Temple Garden. Pass the turn. Okay. So they have full domain. Could be just casting Scion if it's... Okay, so it's Carvu, so I'm going to tap that. Let's draw Binding. Yeah, so we'll just go Ice. Okay, we draw Force of Negation, which is an interesting one. Okay. Another land. So, okay. Do we want to go for Scion or just Shardless Agent? I think it's just Shardless Agent. Stops us blocking. I think I'm going to just get planes here. I want to take as little damage as possible. We could find Inevitable Betrayal. No. I would have quite liked to find Inevitable Betrayal there. Make some Rhinos. Not sure what we're meant to... I'd imagine the opponent wants to use some mana here if they can. If they attack, do we triple block is the question. The answer's probably... Yeah, I'm triple blocking here. Like the worst they could have is if they have one binding, like it's fine. I can't think of anything they could have. So yeah, we'll just go block, block, block. They discard a Damping Sphere. So they could kill all of our Rhinos here if they have a binding. But yeah, that's fine. I guess if they've got Bolt... I didn't think they ran too many bolts. I would have thought they would have sideboarded them out against us. Okay, maybe that was a poor block. But we're making Rhinos in a few turns. Okay, another Force. So I could... We haven't got red or black, so I think... Let's just go land... Yeah, maybe that block was really bad. I will force a like a binding here, or another wear tear, or a tribal flames. Yep, I think so. Get to make some Rhinos here. We'd love to draw... I suppose we could have cut Force, actually. Maybe I should be cutting Force. I think I'm just taking 5. See what we draw. We'd love to draw Binding. Leyline is actually pretty good. Right, so we get to cast Crashing Footfalls. Guess the opponent could stub if they have it. See if they do. Assuming, what are they doing? Consign the trigger. Yeah, that is good. Come on. Oh, another land. We'll top that one. To be block. Like, we're dead to tribal flames either way. Yeah, Consign to Memory is pretty good against us. Okay, they discard draw, discarding another Carvu. So They must have something good in hand. Hopefully they haven't got Tribal Flames. Okay, land is fine. Please no flames. Oh, come on. That was rough. We drew a lot of lands. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have attacked, but then they Tribal Flames this. Yeah, don't know. So we draw the Shardless Agent. I think that was rough. I think we got a bit unlucky there. Put them all to 5. And then I think I probably made a bad block. I think I'm not meant to block there. But they had to expend so many resources on the Rhinos that any follow-up is really good. Okay, well, we'll move on to round 2. Right, gonna keep this hand. Look for our third land. Are we meant to surveil first or Footfalls? Given that we've got a Footfalls in hand, I think I'm just going to surveil, try and find our land. Because that also lets us binding on turn 2. Also, if we fetch to play Footfalls on 1, we can't. You know, we're going to be a long way from binding because this makes white mana. We have to fetch white mana. I'm going to bin a binding. I think we're binning anything that's not a land here. I'd be surprised if there was anything we want to Force of Negation. Okay, Bloodstained Mire. Not sure what that is. Okay, Phlage. So now we'll go suspend, land, go. Go and get Steam Vents, because yeah, just desperately want our third land. Gonna get Thundering Falls off a Bloodstained Mire. Dark Blast. Okay, is this Dredge? Or is this just... It is Dredge. Okay. Not something you see every day these days. I probably will force this. Let's surveil. Okay, so what we'll do is I'll just top that and force. We have to pitch Shardless Agent, which I think is probably fine. Like, it's not ideal. But we just want to slow them down. We have these Phlages in hand, which is good. We have a suspended Footfalls as well. So let's go cycle. We couldn't have jammed the Shardless Agent here anyway. So now we just go and get the lounge, play the lounge, pass the turn. Opponent's going to dredge in draw step. Okay, so they dredge one of the Dark Blasts. Endurance is looking pretty good from the sideboard. Okay, so they get to do this with the Colosseum. They mill some good stuff. Yeah, Creeping Chill will deal with the... We'll bring back a ghoul. Bring back 2 ghouls and then they get 3 amalgams. But that's pretty good. I'll probably binding end of turn. They trigger 3 ghouls, which is pretty good. So we'll just go binding one of... Oh, yeah, I want to use the mana. Like if we draw a land... Like these are... It's better to not kill these in the face of... If we draw exactly Fire Ice. Because you can kill both, but... Okay, we do draw a land. So let's just go this. Probably going to get run over here. Yeah, let's kill one of these. Just trying to make it as difficult as possible for the opponent to kill us next turn, because they are going to be attacking for 12. We're a way off making Rhinos. They can Ox as well. Well, there's every possibility we just lose here because they dredge a Thug and then cast Ox. Okay, they just Otherworldly Gaze, which is interesting. I would have thought they'd cast the Ox from the grave. Right, so they do manage to hit a Creeping Chill from the graveyard. They now give all of their stuff flying because Wonder has hit the bin. How many Creeping Chills is that? 2 Creeping Chills. So we're at 12. Sorry, we're at 4. We escape a Phlage, probably. Okay, that brings back another one. I don't think we have any outs. We're not making Rhinos this turn. We can escape Phlage, gain 3 life. Escape Phlage, kill 1, gain 3 up to 6, block 1. But then we just die anyway. Okay. Dredge, eh? So, Endurance in Force of Negation's good. Leyline Binding's not great. Bonecrusher Giant's not great. Kind of like Brotherhood's End. Brotherhood's End probably better than Leyline Binding. Phlage is fine. Don't think we want Dispute. Let's just bring in one, leave him 1 binding. Leyline Scion is good here. Yeah, this is... I mean, it's not great, but it'll do. Like, having both lots of endurance is obviously really nice. I think I'm gonna Island Cycle for Lush Port... Oh no, you can't get Lush Portico. It's the Steam Vents one isn't great though. So here, the opponent's milled 3 dredges, but normally we want to just wait until something, some actual gas is in there to hit the graveyard with endurance. So we can't actually go and get a green source here. Don't run a breeding pool. Okay. Well, let's dig for one. Graveyard that one, unfortunately. So really need a land off the top. Okay, so they hit Prized Amalgam. So if they go to try and bring that back, I will Endurance. Fortunately, they don't. Alright, let's see a land. That's gross. Had quite a lot of looks at it there. Okay, opponent surveils another land into the graveyard. Okay, they don't hit too much there. Let's keep dredging. See what they want to do here. Obviously, we're under no pressure at the moment. If they hit an Ox into the graveyard, I would probably endurance that away. Right, let's see a land. Yeah, that'll do. Because we can cast this with that one. Cast Crashing Footfalls. Okay. Okay, feeling better now. Got 2 one-shot graveyard hates. Again, not going to do anything to the opponent until they have some sort of thing in the graveyard or some sort of trigger. Okay. So we don't want to draw Crashing Footfalls here. Again, we can't go and do this one, so I'm just going to Island Cycle. Even for a basic island here. Yeah. Play that. Do I just Ardent Plea now in case they kill one pre-combat? I think so, because there's no way we're not casting it, I guess. So that's the last Crashing Footfall, so like it's possible they kill a Rhino before combat with Lightning Axe or something. I guess now they just kill one in combat, so it doesn't actually make too much difference. Okay, opponent fails to find. There's no Ox in there. Okay, so there is an Ox in there now. So I'm just going to endurance. We don't want them casting Ox. Yep, that wins the game. Yeah, didn't see anything we wanted to change really, so we'll just ship it back. Right, we see a no lander here. It does have endurance, but unfortunately no lands. Trumps that. This isn't great either. I think I'm going to mulligan down to 5. We just have we can do much better than this. I think we have to go to 4. Okay, I guess we keep. Put 1, 2, 3 on the bottom, or do we just put the Force and hope for the best? No, I'm going to keep the Force, I think. Gonna have to rely heavily on this surveil. We could Force on turn 2. We definitely do now. I think that was fine. Okay. Yeah, if they go for like a Cathartic Reunion here, I'll force it pitching Ardent Plea. Yeah. Ardent Plea because it's the worst Cascader, and Shardless Agent does pitch to Endurance. Right. Well, we'll go and get Lush Portico. See a land. That's good enough. So, oh, can't cast that one. We can Island Cycle for Thundering Falls. So land or Scion on top. Graveyard the Force. Okay, see what the opponent does. They're going to dredge. They hit Narcomoeba and 2 prized amalgams, which is pretty good. I think they can also Colosseum potentially. Maybe not quite. Okay, draw. Okay, so we do draw a land. Cascade. Okay, so we make, you know, some power, which is pretty good. We have blockers for the prized amalgams. So now our best draws in, yes, Scion of Draco. Okay, opponent hits an Ox. This is turn 4, so they haven't been hitting lands though. So they don't have double red, but they can Colosseum. No, they can't Colosseum because this takes blue mana. So they can't Colosseum, they can't Ox. Their mana's a little bit awkward. I wonder if they're going to have to start taking natural draws. Okay. I suppose they can also mill Wonder potentially. Well, we find another Shardless Agent, so we'll attack with both Rhinos. Do need to get the opponent dead at some point. Okay, that's fine. Make some more Rhinos. Obviously a very good draw. If we hadn't drawn that, would we have attacked with the Rhinos? Probably not. Unless we'd drawn Leyline Binding or Fire Ice, I suppose. Did they mill? No, I think they just drew. Really looking for a land. Okay, opponent Tome Scours themselves. They hit a Creeping Chill. Hopefully they don't have... Okay, they don't have the thing in hand. Well, we keep hitting Shardless Agents, which we don't mind about at all. Just going to swing here. Try and get the game over with as quickly as possible. Could see a double block on a Rhino potentially. Okay, opponent takes 12. I don't think there's any way we're not just casting this. We've kind of hit runner, runner, runner. Put the opponent to 4. It's a lot of Rhinos. Opponent is taking natural draws. Looking for lands. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we get pretty lucky there. Opponent gets fairly unlucky. The having to fetch this land in particular of turn 1 for them is really, really awkward. If they'd got Steam Vents, I don't think they ever needed black mana. So if they'd potentially got Steam Vents, it would have been a lot more of a game. But we just hit runner, Shardless Agents. So, yep, happy with that. See you for round 3. Right, on the draw here, I think this is just about keepable. We can force something. We've got some interaction as well. Just need to find a Cascader. Okay, let's play the Mesa and pass. We'll go and grab Thundering Falls. Thundering Falls enables us to binding. Okay, there's Eldrazi Temple and a Rumble. I think I'm forcing that. Like, it ramps them. Let's go and get Thundering Falls. Yeah, it ramps them. It digs them for what they need. I'm going to graveyard that. Not ready for that one. Do we suspend that? I think we do. Yeah, because they can't play the ring here. They could have also been digging for lands with this. This hits lands, right? Okay, Talisman is fine. Yeah, I'm going to Island Cycle here, I think. Let's get the Xander's Lounge. That way we can play Xander's Lounge. She turns on 1 mana binding. Now that we're drawing lands, I think I'm just going to play a land and then cycle this if we don't need to binding anything. I could play the ring, but we have binding for it. Mycospawn is a problem. I get to... Okay, so... Yeah, I think I'm fine to cycle still. Or... let's surveil, I guess. Let's see what we draw. I'm gonna top that one, I think, and then just binding the Mycospawn. Actually, it might be binding this. Stop the ramp, because this is not great into like Bonecrusher or Rhinos. I'm just gonna binding that. Probably should have left the binding. Rhino's not being able to utilize. I assume we can go and get. Yeah, we can go and get blue with this. Yeah, not being able to utilize the consign to memory is obviously pretty annoying, but okay, there's a labyrinth. No card underneath. Yep, so easy counter here. Just don't want them. We can't have them just drawing loads and loads of cards. Okay, Utopia Sprawl is fine. Probably going to keep the Bonecrusher. Got a way to go before we suspend this, before we cast this. Misty. Could cast Bonecrusher. Actually, think I quite like casting it. No, I'm just gonna draw a card. Casting Rhinos next turn. Bonecrusher obviously good if the opponent plays the ring. Rumble's pretty good. What do they mill? Emrakul the Promised. 2 Emrakul the Promised ends. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. So they haven't got enough for Emrakul yet. I think I'm just going to stomp the Spawn. Draw a card. Okay, we draw Shardless Agent. Let's get Hallowed Fountain. So next time they got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. They have got enough for it. Unfortunately. So we draw. Flooded Strand's actually okay, so we'll go Stomp here. I assume the opponent will be switched on enough to sack the Spawn in response. We'll move on. If they have Kozilek's Command, I'll concede. Like we can't beat this. It's a tribal effect as well. So that puts another card type into the graveyard and an instant. So we're just getting Emrakul the Promised ended next turn. I guess we could draw Binding. Yeah, they make a load of those. Scry 6, draw a card. I don't think we can... Okay, they put 1 on the top, 5 on the bottom. So I guess we make some Rhinos. Let's see. Yeah, unfortunately we kept kind of a mid-range style hand here, and it's just not, you know, not that great into what the opponent's trying to do. They're going to Emrakul us here. So let's say they Emrakul, we draw Binding, we Binding the Emrakul. Yeah, I should have saved this Binding. Okay, that's good enough. So Wear Tear might be interesting. We definitely want all of the Charmaws. I'm going to change all of the Crashing Footfalls for the Inevitable Betrayals. Endurance is actually not too bad here. Bonecrusher Giant I like. Phlage is probably too slow. Fire Ice is good. Leyline Scion stuff. How much does that matter? I don't actually think that matters that much. I'm going to get rid of the Leylines, bring in Endurances, Tear. And then, I don't know, I could see keeping 1 Leyline in. Pictures to Force. Or a Dispute or something. Or a... maybe 1 Phlage. Yeah, let's try that. So this is the matchup, obviously, that Inevitable Betrayal is for. This is an easy mulligan. 1 land. This is a keep. And we'll... Okay, so Lorien Revealed gets us the extra red. So... What are we doing? We could go turn... We could just not surveil. We could put Lush Portico back. And then go fetch... Go island, go and get... Or we go Lush Portico. Turn 2, we go Scion. And then we need to... Oh, this isn't easy. So we go Lush Portico. Oh, we can't actually go turn 2 Scion anyway. So I think I'm just going to bottom the Scion. Yeah, I think so. So we're not going to turn to this anyway, so we might as well surveil here. Yeah, we'll have that one. Getting to ice their land and then go Shardless Agent is very, very good. One point of note here, if the opponent goes... If they go for the ring, you're not able to cast Inevitable Betrayal because it's target player. Okay, Steam Vents. Pass the turn. I'm looking at ice here. Okay, so find lands. Okay, Labyrinth. So this now costs 4. They do imprint. Talisman. Fine. They could have Veil of Summer or something. Force is quite nice. So let's just go land. Shardless. Ah, they have Consign. Okay, that's pretty good. If they go for the ring, do we force it? Because we need Lorien Revealed to cast. That doesn't tap. So actually we could do with finding... Okay, Shardless Agent's nice. So let's go... Let's go Plains. Attack for 2. They could have it again, I suppose. They do have another consign by the look of it. Potentially. Okay, they consign. Yeah. Yeah, Splash and Consign in this deck seems really good. So, I don't want to force here, really. But I will force... Oh, don't be a Myco Spawn. Getting rid of our Steam Vents, that would be really bad. Actually, I can't Charmaw either. Okay, Devourer is fine. I don't actually think I can go and get an untap. Yeah. Oh, no, we can't. So let's get Thundering Falls, I guess. Yeah, that's annoying. Okay, find that as well, which isn't great. Ardent Plea we'll leave on top. I'll probably... I think I'm just going to block here. Yeah, so as not to take 6 damage. I think I'm going to cycle. Because this comes in tapped anyway, and a tapped land isn't great for us next time. Okay, Scion. So how much does this cost? 3. So I can't actually Scion either. I think I'm just going to Charmaw, hold up Force. Or is it... if we go Charmaw, or we could... I don't know here. So 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They haven't actually got much. I think I just want to... Like, if they've got another consign to memory, then sure. Hopefully they don't. Yeah. Cast that. Yeah, that's quite annoying. Because none of this is actually that great. They've got 6/6. And we don't actually cast it, we just put it on the field. We could put a 6. We could put a 6/6 on. Microspawn doesn't do anything. They've got, annoyingly, they've got Emrakul the Promised End under there. Have they drawn all their Emrakul the Promised Ends? I guess I'm just going to put the Devourer in. No, I'm going to put Worldbreaker in. Because, like, it blocks fine here. Like, we don't want a creature card going to their graveyard. There's an extra type for... Oh, looks like... Yeah. Okay, the ring's obviously pretty good. Obviously block here. We can attack with Worldbreaker. Another Scion. I think I'm just gonna... Yeah, well, yeah, we can attack here. Still can't Scion for 1 mana though. Oh, there's no point in attack. Oh, come on. I'm gonna cast this. Let's destroy the Eldrazi Temple. Yeah, probably should have played that Xander's Lounge. Okay. Yeah, obviously that attack was dumb. Because they had ring protection. Would have much preferred to hit an Emrakul. What have they got here? Could be another Myco Spawn, I guess. Get a 12. Could do all his dust. Yeah. But we are currently winning the race. Okay, Flooded Strand. How much do these cost? 4. But then we haven't got anything to hold up Force. You got 4 card types. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So they're still short. Oh, so we can't, but we can't now attack through this. So I think I'm just going to cast this. Yeah, I should have played. Okay, so that, I think that's a learning point. Don't bin the Xander's Lounge. Because we could play otherwise we could have played double Scion, hold up Force here, I think. Okay, I think that might be enough for Emrakul. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that's Emrakul. Just concede. Guess again we can draw Binding. Oh, this is a Myco Spawn. Okay, I wasn't expecting the Myco Spawn. This doesn't have reach though or anything. See what they have. Could be a Rumble. Okay, another Talisman. They are going to take 4 damage here. Okay, Soulless Jailer. We can't cascade anymore. No, we do have more betrayals. So, fetch. Okay, another Mesa. So let's go to combat. Attack with Scion in the air. So let's go land, play another Scion. Because they're likely to Emrakul here. I guess they Emrakul. But if they Emrakul and then Walker... Oh, actually, maybe I was meant to just hold up Force of Negation. Because they are at 3 life. Sanctum of Ugin's pretty good. So if they go Emrakul, they then make us attack. They block. And hopefully they just try and set up for next turn with the ring, and then we draw Bonecrusher, but okay. So they hit Kozilek's command. Can they still cast Emrakul? Yeah, they can now with Eldrazi Temple. Have to remember to fetch. But I mean, they need to. If they cast Emrakul, they still die to a ring. So we can draw potentially like Bonecrusher. Fire Ice is good. Guess the problem is, yeah, Ice wins the game. Oh, they just Kozilek's command for 9. Oh, I guess looking for another ring? But if they miss... And we can still draw Bonecrusher. I mean, they can sack all of the tokens. Looks like it is going to be a ring. Yeah. Okay. So, what do we want now? So 6 mana, Myca Spawn, sure. Exiling our green source. Don't think we've got any more green sources left. Okay, they get Cavern. So yeah, Bonecrusher Giant wins the game. Block? You could double block. Is that good? Like trading our Scion for... No, I don't think so, because at some point we might want to ice an Emrakul and attack with both Scions after they've killed one. Gonna fetch to thin our deck. We have 2 Bonecrusher Giants left. Come on, this is why we brought them in. Well, there's Leyline Binding. So that does deal with Emrakul for a turn, potentially. If they try and draw cards with the 1 ring, I'll probably binding it. I can't remember what Emrakul's protection is. Protection from instants. Okay. So yeah, we get to binding the Emrakul actually, and then they can't attack. I mean, we're just going to bounce it off this. So in their end step, binding. Right, yeah, so we get to binding the Emrakul. Hopefully they don't have another consign. That'd be bad. So yeah, but we get to binding that. And then hopefully it's attack for lethal. So let them take our turn. I don't think they have too many outs. That's a good draw, actually. So, yeah, because they can't do anything with that. They could have a look at our entire deck, I suppose. But we just get to... Okay, well, yep, we win. So, yeah, Leyline Binding to the rescue. Don't really want to change anything. Inevitable Betrayal if they've cut a load of Emrakuls. Would we rather just have... I think against this I'd rather just have Footfalls in. Although the Rhinos aren't actually that good either against... No, I'm just going to keep the Inevitable Betrayals, I think. See how that goes. Yeah, sure. Try and slow them down. No, we can potentially Shardless Agent on 2. On 3. 2 would be nice. Okay, Labyrinth. Devour underneath. Endurance isn't actually too bad. So let's go. We might want to Binding on turn 2. So if we go Hallowed Fountain and then we need red and green. We can't get that with this. Let's go Flooded Strand and pass. Okay, nothing doing from the opponent. Yeah, I'll Surveil. Go and get Lush Portico. I'm going to Graveyard that one. Don't need more Cascaders. Okay, another Binding. They could go the One Ring next turn, which I think... Although we can't Binding anyway, let's just Island Cycle. Could get Thundering Falls. Play it. Yeah, I think we're fine with Force. Okay, they put something back in their hand, which is odd. Oh, I don't think they meant to do that. I think they probably meant to activate it for 2 mana. Okay, not bad. They haven't got blue mana either. Okay, draw the Force. Shock this in. Yeah, Shardless Agent. They might have Veil of Summer. Betrayal. Okay, we'll take their Emrakul. What is a Breaker of Creation? Hexproof from each colour, annihilate 2 whenever you cast a spell. I mean, it's probably that. How big is it? It's an 8/4. Emrakul kills them quicker, but that's got Annihilator. Yeah, we'll take the Breaker. That seems pretty good on turn 3. Okay, and we've got Force to protect it. Obviously going to force a ring. Yeah, I think that they meant to... Like, forcing a ring is just over here. Oh, Microspawn. Okay, that's... They're making a game of it. But Annihilator should make Swift work. I think I'm just going to Binding... Yeah, we've got multiple Bindings, so we'll Binding this. So we Annihilator their lands. Get Xander's Lounge, Leyline Binding, annihilate some land, and we should be good. Opponent dead next turn. Can force a ring. Force Kozilek's command. Yep, that one's fine. And yep, get there. Cool. See you for the next one. Right, here we are for round number 4. So got an interesting decision here. I usually just ship one land at 7, but we're against a Gigantha deck, which is quite possibly energy, and we have Leyline Scion on one land. We're on the draw, so I think we're more likely to hit our second land. And you know, this is just such a strong play that I think I'm going to keep this. You know, we've got a turn. We've got our turn 1 draw, our turn 2 draw, and a surveil. So we've got 3 looks at the second land. Our deck is over 33% land, so let's hope we can find it. Make our life a lot easier if we could just find one off the top now. Right. Okay, so worst draw, but still got 2 more looks. Obviously don't want to... Normally we suspend, but I'm more interested in the surveil here. Try and find our third land, our second land. Yeah, against a Gigantha deck, this line, Leyline and Scion, is just so potent. If we find a fetch land, given that the opponent's led on basic plays, I might go and get a basic. Well, probably will go and get a basic. I think I mentioned this quite a lot, but the interaction between basic lands and Leyline under Blood Moon is quite important. So obviously any non-basic lands under a Blood Moon effect become mountains, but your basic land obviously stays as whatever it is, plains. So if you have a Leyline in play, your basic land will retain all types. So you'll have a load of mountains, and then your basic will be mountain, swamp, plains, etc. It also it lets you cast Binding for 1 mana off the basic to get rid of the Blood Moon potentially. Right, opponent surveils 1 with Elegant Parlor. Looks like their lands are hurting them a little bit. We don't really want to see, I guess, Ocelot Pride. See what they have. Right, opponent surveils a Goblin Bombardment into the graveyard. Let's see if we can find a land. It is Ocelot Pride. Okay, so not quite the best start the opponent can have, but almost. Okay, so let's try and find our land. So we'll get Lush Portico. Come on. Well, that's a shame. So we're going to graveyard that one. So we've missed with 2 looks. Missing with the 3rd is probably game over. Oh. Well. I'm not even going to suspend the Rhinos, I don't think. I don't know, I feel like it was worth it. I feel like we're more than likely than not to hit a land there. We're still in it. We can still, you know, Scion if we draw a land. But yeah, there's 19 lands left in the deck, and I suppose one of them is tapped, and we do have, but we then have also 4 copies of Lorien Revealed, which would go and get us a land. So at this point, almost half our deck gets us our second land. We missed 3 times, but it happens, you know, that was the risk. And now it's going to get completely dominated by this. They make 2 more cats. If they have another follow-up play. Yeah, if we slammed Scion there, we would have been gaming. Even among all these cats, but they got 4, 5, 6. Hopefully this isn't. Yeah, it's Raptor as well. maybe I'm not meant to keep that, but I feel like that play is so strong that, yeah, I feel like it's worth it. Opponent hits another Amp Raptor with Amp Raptor. I think we're already in kind of garbage time. I'm just going to concede and we'll move on to the next one. I guess we shouldn't concede, although this is now quite... This is a 3-3 and they have so much energy. Maybe... don't know. See, we'll take our draw step. We do find our land. So we'll gain 4... I don't know, we'll play it out. But that a turn earlier would have just been so huge. But I think so. We're at essentially 17. They attack. They can put counters on the Raptor. If they swing with everything, we're at 17. We block here. We take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 plus 3 counters, plus 2 counters. So we're not quite dead. I mean, I don't think we can come back from this, but we can obviously draw something. Opponent doesn't know we're on Rhinos, and I don't intend to show them that. Yeah, a turn earlier, and this would have been a big, you know, quite a different story. They wouldn't have been able to attack last turn. What sideboard do we have for this? So we're going to want Brotherhood's End. It's probably, yeah, both Brotherhood's End. That's probably about it. We might want Endurance. Depends what else we've got to take out. Opponent could also have Bolt, I suppose. Okay, so they do attack with everything. We'll see what they put the counters on. Okay, they go for an Ocelot Pride because that has first. So that's a 3-3. That's a 3-3. So both Ocelot Prides. So let's block one of those. I suppose the opponent could also have Phlage. Oh, they discharge their own cat. Okay, sure. So now we don't gain the life. We take... don't know, let the client do the maths for us. That's 6 first strike, so... Yep. Okay, so what do we want to change? We want to keep the Leyline Scion stuff in. Bonecrusher's fairly good. Force of Negation is a weird one. It's good against the ring. Good against Goblin Bombardment. But I think in general that's probably the cut. We'll bring in Brotherhood's End. A couple of Endurance. Yeah, that's probably fine. Right, I'd like to play first. Yeah, let me know if you'd have kept that hand. I think, yeah, against any other deck I would have mulliganed. But, yeah, willing to keep it there. Going to keep this on the play. On the draw I might think again, but get to go Surveil. We can't cast Shardless Agent, but we can cast both these Ardent Pleas. So that's pretty good. Right, let's lead off with a Surveil here. Arena of Glory is not something we're interested in. It's not a land type, you know. We might be interested in green mana. I suppose if we draw a Phlage, it's good, but happy enough to bin that for now, I think. See what the opponent does. Hopefully Not quite as blisteringly fast start here. Right, Ocelot Pride for the opponent. Very bad draw. Pass the turn. See what follow-up they have. They obviously don't have Guide of Souls in hand, because I think they want to go Guide of Souls into this. Right, opponent attacks for 1 and plays an Ajani. So yeah, we're just going to start jamming Rhinos. Like, yeah. Blocking is a little bit difficult into Ajani. If they attack with Ocelot Pride, we'll block. We'll probably let the other ones through. Yeah. So I think that's the play. I suppose they can just... Well, yeah, I suppose they can just block on the way back, actually. Depends how they attack. Because if they attack with Ocelot Pride, we're definitely blocking that. If they attack... I think we're blocking whatever they attack with. Although I suppose we could Binding the Ajani next turn. Binding costs 3 mana. We do have 3 mana. Don't know. I suppose another problem with blocking the Ocelot Pride is if they have Galvanic Discharge, they can shoot a Rhino for 3 damage and then Ocelot Pride finishes it off, which is a bit awkward. Maybe we're meant to play around that. We'll see what sort of attack they make. I think the opponent might be double queuing, so let's pause the video here for a sec. Right, opponent does attack with everything here. I think the correct play is actually just to double block here. Like, this is going to flip whatever. I really, really don't want to get this Galvanic Discharge. If they have double discharge, then fine. I don't know. Let me know what you do. I think this gets blown out. No, it doesn't get blown out by double discharge, actually. Yeah, I'm just blocking like this. They don't get an extra cat this way. We can attack the Ajani back, potentially. Blood Moon is a problem. I can't think of any other just removal spells they'd play that would deal with Rhinos. Right, so Ocelot Pride down. They make an Ajani. Leyline Binding can be a bit awkward. We do have to watch out for Static Prison. Hopefully not Blood Moon here. 1 red mana. Okay, Amped Raptor. See what they hit. They hit another Ajani. Okay. And then Domus for... Oh, they kill a Rhino. Sure. They got Static Prison as well. No, there's not slot. Well, this is... Okay, so... I don't know. A win now is probably going to involve a... well, I was just about to say Brotherhood's End. We need to draw a red mana. Oh, that would be... If we had another red mana here, that would just be game over because it kills absolutely everything. As it is, I think I have to... I could Binding the Ajani could play another one of these. I think we just lose, unfortunately. We could play another Ardent Plea, but then they control 11 creatures. I suppose we could hold up Binding for... But then what if they just attack with everything? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, we go block here, take 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. But then they got 11 creatures, so they're just going to dome us for that. Oh, that's really annoying. I don't think there's any way out of that now. This is the problem with energy. They just have these like busted starts. Okay. I think we'll pass. I think I'm going to have to use the Binding. I suppose I could attack the Ajani. They could block with Ocelot Prides. I mean, they're going to block. They could block with one and then we Binding the other one. I think I have to attack. Okay, so do some blocking. Now we're killing 5 cats here, so that's not actually too bad. Then we go Binding the Ajani. That's fine because we can do this sorcery speed. They don't do it. Okay. So I guess now we just go Binding Ajani. Then we're not dead. So that actually worked out quite well. The opponent throwing loads and loads of creatures in front of Ajani to save it from damage. But we're still in with it. And if we top deck a red source, like top decking a red source is probably our only route to victory here. 7. I guess we can play more Rhinos this turn and block. If the opponent has a removal spell for their own Ajani, we're in trouble. Kill this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's probably good enough. Like we're not... We take 6 damage, but... What we want is for them to just... take Gigantha to hand. Okay, they have Bombardment, which is the same... No, that just kills us, because they get to go exile Ajani. Ajani shoot us for 4. Yeah. Okay, that matchup was pretty rough. Annoying. But there we go. I think we got really unlucky in game 1, and then game 2. I don't know. I had options to win. I don't know. Maybe I need to think about the mana base a little bit. Okay, this sounds fine on the play. Because we get to go probably just Surveil. Then next turn we can go and get a couple of islands. One. Okay, turn 1 Thoughtseize. Well, we've got quite a good hand against Thoughtseize. Full house. Ardent Plea and Lorien Revealed. Gonna get Lush Portico here. Because then we can go Surveil, and then we can go and get Thundering Falls with Lorien Revealed. I don't think we want that, given that we've got both of these Lorien Revealeds. Just Island Cycle instead. I suppose we could just get Xander's Lounge. Turns on Binding easier, turns on Scion Draw, although we're unlikely to want to do that. I'm going to get Thundering Falls, use our Surveil. Graveyard that one. Yeah, glad we did that. Okay, pass the turn. It could be mono black. Yeah, looks like it is mono black. Well, Urborg. Okay, Voidwalker is pretty annoying. I'm just going to Bonecrusher that right now. We can't let that live. We also don't want, yeah, we don't want to let them untap. So let's go Plains, Stomp. Like, I doubt it's like scam, but could be. Do be Lorien Revealed here. Okay, so they do go for that. I think I am gonna Island Cycle. So we've got red, red, white, white, so I can just get Xander's Lounge. Hopefully not 2 Thoughtseize here. Or Thoughtseize Inquisition. Okay, Force is interesting. Make some footfalls. Play Xander's Lounge. Do we need to play Xander's Lounge? I guess it makes future Lorien Revealeds better, and we can hardcast our Force then. Wouldn't be too surprised to see Fatal Push, Fatal Push. See if the opponent's splashing a colour. Okay, Mortuary. So this is probably Necro. Okay, they put one on top. Oh, it's Coffers. Okay. Could be Damnation, which would be awkward. Okay, Shieldred is not great. So we could ice that. So actually, I think we're just attacking with everything. Now that we've drawn that. I was just going to attack with 1. But now that we've drawn fire, we can just... Okay, that's good for us. Obviously don't want to... I'm probably forcing a... Okay, they push the... That's fine. I want to save force for something big. Okay. Oh, no, it's the same thing I was going to say. Right, let's fire you. Done. Then we get to hold up Force of Negation. I'm just going to hold up Force. I don't think I want to play Bonecrusher. We can haste Bonecrusher if we want to anyway. If we draw a land, we'll haste the Bonecrusher. I think now I'm just going to draw 3 cards. Wouldn't mind a blue card amongst those. Well, we do find a blue card and a Phlage, which is very nice. Yeah, some very good draws there. Double binding. I'm just going to go Phlage. I guess we might as well hold up double planes. Oh no, we can't, of course. Okay, Phlage, deal the opponent 3 damage. Next turn we potentially get to Cling to Dust is pretty good. Doing Cling to Dust things again, maybe. How much is Cling to Dust? 4 mana. Okay, they draw a card. They can't do it again though. This turn. Okay, we draw a land so we can haste the Bonecrusher, still hold some stuff up, which I think is fine. Yeah, just exert that. Cast Bonecrusher. Attack for 5. Opponent hasn't actually got any way of getting Revolt either, which is nice. 5 mana. It's a lot of mana. Oh, it's March? Okay, I don't think... Yeah, I'm not meant to force this. Play another Urborg. Guess just to get cards into the graveyard for Cling to Dust. Go and get Surveil Land. Oh, don't have any left. Okay, so I guess just extra planes. Probably Hallowed Fountain looking at our hand. Yeah, I'm just gonna... Well, I guess I could... Yeah, just going for it. If they Bowmaster, they Bowmaster. Okay, some good draws there. Able to binding as well. It's a lot of mana. Hopefully not. Okay, so we go Force, this, exile Leyline. If they have another one, I'll probably Force. Okay, go get Steam Vents. Then we'll cast Shardless Agent. 1, 2, 3. So let's go Shardless Agent. So we could Ardent Plea as well, but I think I'd rather hold up Force. And this doesn't play quite, well, it doesn't play into Damnation. We may even let Damnation resolve, because what we don't want is like Damnation into Karn. Culling Ritual. Okay, I think do I force? I'm going to force actually. Put them on a clock. It stops them making mana as well. I guess they get a load of mana hit. Which could be Karn. Oh, Consuming Corruption. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, they're gaining a lot of life. 27. Gonna jam another Ardent Plea here. Gives our Rhino trample. I think we've milled over a couple of Phlages here. Doesn't give it trample, sorry, gives it +2/+2. Attack for 6. I suppose the ring is another problem. Opponent's only got 1 card in hand. One's a land. They do have Cling to Dust in the graveyard. Able to draw some cards. 10 mana. Okay, they Cling a Force, which is fine. That just draws them a card. Hopefully it's just Shieldred or something. Well, it is a 1 ring. Okay. Obviously we binding. I'm just going to wait to binding. If people haven't seen this interaction before, you binding the ring after they've tapped it. It counts as having 0 counters on. So it doesn't. Yes, it sees 0 count. The ability sees 0 counters, and they don't get to draw any cards. We'll keep fetching lands out of our deck. Phlage is one of the better draws. Okay, another land. Guess we keep going with no point in attacking. Okay, Abrupt Decay is their last card, so now they're top decking. Karn scary, Ring is less scary. Well, that's just a hard cast troll. It's a 6/5. Don't think we care too much. I don't know if I can actually fetch anything with this. I can fetch Basic Island, yeah. Not going to cast Binding, not just yet. Okay, Force is actually quite nice. I think this is a 6/5, so I can actually I could send in 1 Rhino. Otherwise we go 8 and then, yeah, I think I'm happy to just send in 1. Opponent probably will block, but we still get through 1 damage. And then we can start attacking for 6. Yeah, Force is a really nice draw. Okay, Demolition Field is a little bit awkward. Like it would, well, it's just gonna essentially just kills our Arena of Glory, meaning that we can't do Phlage things. Wouldn't be too surprised to see them do it in upkeep. Another Flooded Strand. Yeah. Just need to draw a Phlage, really. King's Dust is exile 5 cards. I can't do that just yet. Hold the Flooded Strand now. How many footfalls are gone? 1, 2, I think 3. Yep. Been through a lot of our deck. I mean, we've cast 2 Lorien Revealed this game. Do we force a Thoughtseize? Probably not. Okay, another Field of Ruin. Probably take us off a red source. Yeah, the reason I wouldn't force a Thoughtseize, it puts them down to 12, which is within 2 strikes of our Rhino. And also, well, yeah, also it means, you know, if they take, we'd rather have the Force. So, you know, if they Thoughtseize our binding, we're fine with that. Okay. Well, Scion's pretty good. Scion with haste would have been nice. Okay, put them to 8, which is just right for this Scion. And that should be game. We can force a non-creature spell, we can binding a creature. I suppose Abrupt Decay stops us killing them this turn. Still put them to 2. Yeah, they can force a non-token creature. So we could force here. I think I just force. They can take a random. Actually, no. This doesn't allow them to. This doesn't allow them to cling to dust because it exiles the edict. I was going to say that would let them edict, but yeah, force does not let that happen. Okay. What do we want? Don't really know. Don't think it's not an Inevitable Betrayal matchup. It's definitely, we're kind of geared up in the main here. Charmaw's not good. I could consider Wear Tear. I could consider Endurance. I think I'm just going to resubmit. Yeah, can go ahead and keep this one. 2 lands, but we've got a way of getting another one. Basic Island's a bit annoying with this Phlage, but see how the opponent progresses. Thoughtseize is kind of annoying, but right, land go from the opponent. Okay, so another Shardless Agent. Do we suspend here? The games do go quite long. No, I think I'd rather Surveil again. try and find our third land. Sorin. Okay, wasn't expecting Sorin. Let's get Lush Portico. Urborg's nice. Okay, there's a land, which is good. Play out the land, and now we can suspend. So yeah, they've obviously, you know, they gained a lot of life last game. So trying to finish this off with Sorin. Okay, cycling a troll. Get a swamp, so don't really want to see Voidwalker. If it is Voidwalker, we just have to Phlage it first. Cling to Dust. We'll see if they extort here. So they're going to want to flip this. What's it flip into? 3 starting loyalty. How much do we care? I'm actually just going to aggressively... they're running Khan. I think I'd rather force something else. Yeah. And just go Shardless next turn. Oh, okay. So they hit us for 5 with that. So we could just kill that with Phlage now, which I might actually just do. Graveyard that one. Another Shardless Agent. I think, yeah, I'm just going to take the opportunity to remove Sorin. Undo some of the work they did last time. We have Force up now. Next turn we can start slamming Shardless Agents. Okay, nothing doing. Okay, Binding's quite good. Cast a Shardless Agent. So they could kill one with that gain life spell, like Lightning Helix for a number of swamps. They've got Force for a Khan. I would quite like to draw another land. Opponent misses a land. Potentially. See what they want to do. They've got 5 cards in hand. They're away off Cling to Dust from the graveyard. They are playing something here. Do we force that? Yeah. Because it makes 3 mana as it makes 2 mana. That into Doughty Voidwalker is obviously pretty brutal. Yeah, we'll shock that in. Attack for 10. I'm just going to play another Shardless Agent. If they have another one... Another Culling Ritual. Obviously awkward. But we're still able to pressure somewhat with Shardless Agents. I think it's worth getting lethal on the field there. Could have Damnation, I suppose, which would be awkward. Okay, Toxic Deluge is good, but they have to pay 4 life. We're making double Rhinos this turn. Unless we draw a mountain, in which case we're flaging. The absolute nut draw is Arena of Glory. Worst draw is the last Crashing Footfalls. I'm just going to cast another Shardless Agent. This will be our 4th Footfalls. Many Rhinos. Yep, cast the last copy of Footfalls. Put lethal onto the field again. Yep. Okay, Fatal Push implies no sweeper. Because that doesn't... I mean, they could have a load of single shot removal spells, I guess. Cabal Coffers is a little bit scary because they could go Khan, like that's a lot of mana, 5 mana. They could go Khan Explosives potentially. Okay, Bowmasters is fine. Okay, do they have another Bowmasters? That's fine. Okay, yeah, still got a game. But I'm just going to use a binding given that we've got the mana here. I think we'll just get rid of the Orc. Like it's the most toughness to get rid of. Well, Fire Ice is pretty good. It doesn't really matter. Okay, that's fine. Didn't quite have lethal there, I don't think. We could have only done an extra, what? Well, maybe 3. This basic island is really awkward for Phlage. I wonder if we should change that. Especially given that the blue Blood Moon creature is possibly more likely these days. So opponent needs, I guess, a sweeper. If they cast a sweeper, I'll then ice a land, probably, just to draw a card. Because opponent's dead to a, like, red land's very good. Here's 5 mana. Hopefully it's like shielded or something. Okay, Cling to Dust. They draw a card with it. Could have gained some life, but that doesn't help them. Okay, so we close out the 3-2. I think the deck's still good. I think I would have liked to see more Leyline Scion, obviously. I might change up the mana a little bit. Basic Island is just sort of, yeah, messed us up quite a bit. I guess Island Plains casts Ardent Plea through a Blood Moon, but I guess, yeah, I don't think that's that common at the moment. But overall, yeah, still really happy with the deck. If you've got any suggestions or anything that think could have played slightly better, or any plays that might have been better, not sure how impressed I was with Bonecrusher Giant. I think I might try going back to Subtlety for that one. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers.